Dizzy, and of course Callie, my little helper here. And today we're going to be talking about starting seeds. So I've got a whole setup here and I'm going to show you what I do. First thing, of course, I do is pet the puppy. First thing that you need, other than your seeds, is you need something to start your seeds in. Now, what I have found works really well are these little containers that you get at the store. This one happened to have grape tomatoes in it, which is nice. It has a lid on it. It has holes in it, so you use it. You can have it open. Well, open or closed. My brain's not here. That works great for starting things like tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, anything that I'm not starting a lot of. Something that I'm starting more of, like my onions. These are a better size. This one had cookies in it. So it is nice and clean on the inside. A little smashed because it was downstairs. This one had donuts in it. Couldn't resist the 99 cents for 4 donuts with lemon filling. And it's got junk all in it. So because of where I'll be putting these after I get them started, this will be going outside. And I will also, because this doesn't have any drain holes in it, I will be needing to poke drain holes in it. Next I need my seed starter, which is what that is. And rather than just trying to pour that into my container, I put it all in this pot and I add water so it's nice and moist already. The reason being, if you just go ahead and put soil in your, whatever you're starting the seeds in, and try to add water, the water doesn't normally soak in. It just kind of floats on the top. And you can go ahead and put a little drop of dish soap on your soil because that can help break the surface tension of the water. But I found it's easier to do that. Of course, I need seeds. I have here a paste of flour and water with a toothpick. And I have here a little bowl. I use this to put my seeds in. And I have toilet paper. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be using this for its intended purpose right now. I use this for starting seeds. I have one kind of sort of started making up. I draw a grid on it. You can also use paper towels depending on how big your container is. But I have dots marked on it, and I found it works better with a pen rather than a pencil. And I have my handy dandy ruler here. So what I do, go ahead and I draw lines. I draw the lines 3/4 of an inch apart. I tried doing it 1/2 inch apart before, and that just made it too crowded. It's much easier to work with a 3/4 inch, and I don't have it all the way to the edge because then it's hard to get the seeds on. So that's one way, and now the other. And once I have this done, I will be able to put 25 seeds on here. And there we go. It's not exactly even, but it doesn't have to be. It's not like it's going to be used for anything important, quote unquote. It's just for seeds. Now, I have one that I have pretty much already made up. This has Roma tomatoes, 3 rows of it. I have a row then of beefsteak tomatoes, and now I'm doing eggplant. So what I do is I take my toothpick with a little bit of the paste on it, put that, and get it off. Doesn't always want to come off. There's a tomato seed that didn't come out. Add a little bit of the paste there because this one doesn't have much on it. Now while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill this up. I have the paper here to try to keep kitchen a little bit cleaner, and I'm going to fill this over top of my can. Of course, you do not want to fill this all the way to the top, because if you do that, you're not going to have room to put dirt on top of the seeds. Now, when you want to start your seeds is going to depend entirely on where you live. You need to know when your last frost date is, because you want to have this planted, if you're starting seeds inside, far enough before the last frost date to have a good start. You also want to check your seeds if you're using seeds that are older. Check your what year they were from. I'm going to admit I have a bad habit. I buy seeds, I don't know where I put them, so then I have to go buy more, or I just never get to it. I have a lot of seeds that I need to go through because they're way too old for growing. They'll only germinate for a certain number of years. Onions especially. Onions they recommend not trying to keep any longer than a year. So like I said, that's something that I will be doing. Now that I've got them on, and this is dried a little bit, I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it in. Now for this, they recommend about 1/8 of an inch of soil on top. So I'm just going to put that on. As you can see, I dropped some of the dirt onto paper. It might be a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch thick. Some people will even say, "Oh, don't put any dirt on top." And some eggplants will even say not to cover them with dirt. I've never had a problem covering them with dirt. And now I can close this. Now what I will do is I have tape here and I have a Sharpie. I will put a piece of tape on and I will write on the Sharpie what I have planted in there. And I will start from the back and work this way because that's how I have it. I have the Roma, I have the beefsteak, and then I have the eggplant. Now, this will be taken for now and put in a south facing window that I have. However, starting plants indoors is not the greatest. Lots of times, because of the way the windows are made, there's a filter on the windows so that they're not necessarily getting the correct light that they need just from that. You can, of course, put a grow light on it. Or you can, if you have a greenhouse, put them out in the greenhouse. I'm going to be making a cold frame. I don't have that yet. So that's going to go in just for now in a south-facing window. So I've got this covered. I will be keeping an eye on it. Of course, if I need to water it, probably want something underneath of that so I'm not getting water all over the place. But that's ready. I have more seeds that I have to get started now. I hope you enjoyed the video and that maybe you learned something from it, and I will talk to you later.